Hello Year 3, we're on to our final lesson to do with magnetism in a series of lessons which hopefully you've found quite interesting and enjoyable. Today's learning point is, can I understand that magnets have poles? Now in your packs altogether you have 2 magnets that you've been given, and these are called bar magnets because they're shaped like bars, and you can see they are in different colours. And we've helpfully got the letter N and the letter S on our magnets to show which is the north pole of the magnet and which is the south pole of the magnet. The north pole of the magnet is always attracted towards north. So when we use a compass, this has a magnetic piece of metal in it and it will always point north, where you've got the north arrow pointing. So this direction is north and it will always point to north. If I do it slowly, the red arrow is always pointing that way, and that is the direction of the North Pole. If I kept walking that way, went through the sea, didn't stop, I would end up at the North Pole. And if I went this way, I'd end up at the South Pole. And we're going to do a few activities to help us explore this. So I could do the experiment for today just using the 2 bar magnets that are in your pack, but to make it a little bit more interesting, I've made 2 simple boats out of junk, and if Mrs. Davies brings the camera a bit closer, I'm going to put 1 magnet in with the south pole pointing to the middle and the north pole pointing to the edge, and then I'm going to put my other magnet in the other way. So I've got the north pole here and I've got the south pole here, and I'm going to put my 2 boats into the water so that these 2 poles are close together. I wonder if you can predict whether the boats will be drawn towards each other with the red and the blue next to each other, or if they will push themselves away from each other, because we have something called repelling and something called attracting. If something goes near to a magnet and is pulled towards it, it's called attraction, and if it's pushed away from the magnet, it's called repulsion. So I'm going to put these boats into a tub of water and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've got a tub of water and I've got my 2 boats. You can see the bar magnets are in the boats and that north and south are pointing towards each other. So if north is attracted to south, then the boats should travel towards each other and then stick together. So let's see what happens. You might have heard that little click as the boats snap together. So you can see that the boats are being pulled towards one another and they are attracted. So north attracts south and south attracts north. So the next part of the experiment is to turn the magnets round so that you've got the same colour pointing to the same colour. So north is going to be pointing to north. So I'm going to put the boats in the water this way round, and I wonder if you can predict whether the boats will be drawn together or if they'll be pushed apart. This time I'm not going to show you because this is part of your experiment, not my experiment. Will it be the same or will it be different? And then when you've had a go at your experiment, what I'd like you to do, you have a sheet in your pack. So if you look for this sheet, I've coloured the poles of the magnets in on my sheet so I can see which ones are north and which ones are south, so it's easier to see. But the sheet says, I think these magnets will. So if you have the red next to the blue, the north next to the south, will it repel or attract? So you're going to write the word repel if you think it will push apart, or attract if you think that they will be sucked together towards one another. And you can find the word attract and repel on the sheet, so I'm expecting it to be spelt correctly, Year 3. When you've done this activity, there's one more sheet in your pack. You might have done this one already. It's a nice word search, but there are some instructions. It isn't just find the words and colour them in. You will need to get a green pencil and a red pencil or felt tip, and you've got a list of things underneath the word search to find. So you've got aluminium, iron, gold, silver, rubber, plastic, cardboard, steel, glass, wood, paper, copper, leather, ice, milk. So I don't know about you, do you think milk would be attracted to a magnet or not? So we've got to choose the colour green or red, depending on what we think. So on the sheet, it says if it's magnetic and is attracted to a magnet, it's green. So you colour over the word in green. If you don't think it will, you do it in red. So personally, I'd be looking for milk, just seeing if I can find it. And then once I'd found it, I'd be colouring it in red. Can't see it for the moment, so I'll leave that up to you to actually find the words. So that's the final activity that you could be doing to do with your magnets experiment. So you're writing repel or attract on this one and finding words in red and green on this one. And then next half term, we'll be moving on to our new science subject of light and shadow. And hopefully you'll find that one fun as well. See you soon.